You know that thing you've been putting off for days, maybe even weeks. That test you haven't replied to. The gym you said you will start. Or that one goal you swore you will begin on Monday. Well, it's Thursday and you still haven't started. Let's talk about it, not to shame you, but to brutally help you stop procrastinating even when you don't feel motivated. The truth is, you are not lazy. You are just stuck in a loop your brain created. And the longer you stay in that loop, the louder that voice in your head becomes. The voice that says, I will do it later. And later becomes tomorrow. And tomorrow becomes next week. But imagine how much lighter you will feel if you just started today. Today I will show you why you procrastinate, what it's really doing to your mental health, and how to break that circle for good. Stay with me. This one might just change how you see yourself. Part 1. The real reason you procrastinate. You don't procrastinate because you're weak. You procrastinate because your brain is wired to avoid pain and seek comfort. To your brain, that unfinished task equals pain, and scrolling your phone equals instant comfort. So every time you avoid a task, your brain rewards you with a small dose of dopamine. That quick hit of pleasure, over time, your brain learns this pattern. Stressful thing equals avoid it, relieve, repeat. But here's the brutal truth. That short-term relief you feel when you delay something, it comes with a long-term guilt. You don't feel free after doing it. You feel heavier. And this cycle affects your mental health. Procrastination fuels anxiety, self-doubt, and imposter syndrome. You start thinking, why can't I just do things like everyone else? But you're not broken. You are overwhelmed. Your brain sees tasks as too big, too scary, or too uncertain. So it does what it knows best. Delay it. Think of it like standing at the bottom of a huge mountain. You don't even take the first step because you've already imagined how exhausting the climb will be. That's what your brain does with tasks too. It imagines discomfort before it even happens. And here is the thing. The more often you procrastinate, the more your brain starts believing that avoiding things is a safe strategy. That's why it feels so automatic. Part 2. The hidden costs of procrastination. Procrastination doesn't just waste time, it steals your peace. Every delay adds mental clutter. You might not even be doing anything, but your mind feels crowded like 20 browser tabs open at once. You can't relax because deep down, you know there's something you should be doing. It's like a background app that keeps draining your mental battery, even when you're not using it. And that guilt eats at your confidence. You start to label yourself, I'm lazy, I'm inconsistent, I'm not disciplined. But let's correct that. You're not lazy, you are emotionally overloaded. Procrastination is really about time management. It's about emotion management. You delay things not because you don't have time, but because you don't want to feel something. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or even fear of success. Sometimes we even procrastinate on good things because they will change our identity. For example, you want to start a YouTube channel, but that means being seen, and that's scary. So your brain delays it to protect you from that discomfort. And the more you delay, the heavier it gets. It's like carrying a backpack filled with tiny stones. One stone doesn't feel heavy, but weeks later, the weight is unbearable. That's why breaking procrastination is not about motivation. It's about emotion regulation. When you learn to sit with that discomfort instead of running from it, everything changes. Part 3. Brutal but simple fixes. Alright, let's get practical, no fluff. Here is how to deal with procrastination even when you don't feel motivated. 1. Make it smaller than your fear. When your brain sees a task as massive, it panics. So break it down into micro tasks. Don't say I'm writing my essay. Say I'm opening my laptop for just 5 minutes. Once you start, your brain switches from avoidance mode to momentum mode. For instance, instead of I'll clean the whole room, say I'll pick up just 5 things. Tiny things beat total avoidance. The beauty of small steps is that they trick your brain. It no longer feels like climbing a mountain. It now feels like taking one small step forward. And one step is always easier than the whole journey. 2. Time block your emotions, not just tasks. We always plan our day by what we need to do, but rarely by how we feel. Before you start, ask yourself, what emotion am I avoiding right now? Is it boredom, fear, overwhelm? Naming the emotion helps your brain calm down. It's like telling a child, I know you are scared, but we'll be fine. Once you acknowledge the emotion, it loses its power over you. You can even say it out loud. I'm just feeling scared. I'm nervous to fail. That honesty creates emotional space to act. The goal is not to feel perfect, it's to stop letting emotions silently control you. 3. The 3-minute rule backed by James Clear. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This rewires your brain for quick wins. And when you repeatedly complete small tasks, your brain releases dopamine, the same thing it used to get from avoiding them. That's how you train your mind to find joy in starting, not delaying. Those tiny 2-minute wins build momentum for bigger wins. You start to trust yourself again. 4. Rebrand perfectionism as fear in disguise. A lot of procrastination hides under, oh, I just want it to be perfect. But perfectionism is fear pretending to be productivity. You're not perfecting, you're protecting yourself from judgment. So instead of chasing perfection, chase progress. Done and improved beats perfection and pending every single time. And the funny thing is, what you think isn't perfect might actually be the exact same thing that inspires someone else. So stop robbing the word of your progress by waiting for perfection. 5. Reward action, not intention. Stop giving yourself mental applause for thinking about it. Reward yourself for actually doing it. After completing a task, even if it's a small one, acknowledge it. Say it out loud. I did it. Your brain starts associating progress with pride instead of pressure. That's how you rebuild self-trust. And the more you trust yourself to follow through, the less your brain fights you every time you try to start. Number 6, change your environment, change your momentum. Sometimes it's not just your mindset, it's your environment. If your workspace screams nap, your brain will obey. Try this. Change location. Put your phone out of reach, set a timer, and play focused music. The goal here isn't perfection, it's motion. When your surroundings signal work, your brain follows. And remember, energy is contagious. A fresh environment can spark fresh energy even when your motivation is on 0. 7, redefine motivation. Stop waiting to feel motivated before you act. Action creates motivation and not the other way around. Think about it. When you start cleaning one corner of the room, you suddenly feel the urge to clean the entire space. That's dopamine building momentum. So your new mantra is start, motivation will follow. And once you prove to yourself that action comes first, procrastination slowly loses its grip on you. Listen, procrastination isn't proof that you are lazy. It's proof that you are human. But the difference between those who stay stuck and those who grow is action, even when it's uncomfortable. Start small, start scared, but just start. Because your future self is quietly begging you to do the thing you keep delaying. And when you finally do, you realize that it was never about time. It was about trust. So the next time your brain says, I'll do it later, smile, take a breath, and take the first small step. That's how procrastination ends. One honest step at a time. If you found this video helpful, click on that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs the reminder. And as always, I will see you in the next one.